Welcome to another exciting motorcycle review in the Mini JP channel. On today's episode, JP rides the Suzuki V-Strom 1050DE, a real adventure bike with off-road capabilities. Let's see how it rides on the streets of Houston.
Well, hello there in YouTube land and welcome back to the channel. And today we are at Stubbs Cycles at the Suzuki Demo Day, and we are about to hop on the V-Strom DE. So this is the up-spec version of the V-Strom 1050. Difference is, well, that has different wheels, spoke wheels, different tire size, different handlebars from the regular one. This one. Everybody's getting ready. So I guess let's hop on this thing and we'll talk about it as we ride. So the first thing you're gonna notice is that it's pretty tall. And it takes you some getting used to. I love the Suzuki Easy Start. You just push it once and it does the rest. I love this dash, man. The good thing is the Suzuki finally came out with the GSXS 1000 with that dash. So if you are interested in that one, finally they bring it up to the 21st century. So yeah, this bike, the 1050 V-Strom DE, let's see if it has the easy start, the low RPM assist. Yes, it does, but it's not as good as on my Suzuki, which is the GSXS 1000. Oh, the brakes have a lot of bite. So this one has a wider handlebar. It has a 1050 CCV twin. It has a whirl. I love that whirl. Now once you get on it for a while, the suspension starts settling down and it's a little bit easy. Oh, it's easy to move from side to side. I guess it's this big wide handlebar. Oh, love the suspension on this thing. Let's see if it has a quick shifter. Quick shifter, check. All right, so as you would expect, an adventure style bike like this one is going to handle the bumps really well. So one of those things about Houston streets is they're terrible. They're third world country-esque. So a bike like this would really benefit. You would really benefit from a bike like this. I hate that it's so tall, man. It just takes you a while to get used to, especially when you put your feet down every time you stop. I wouldn't really enjoy this sensation every time, especially if you're going slow maneuvers. All right. Okay, so now we're stuck in this red light, which I didn't want to because now I have to put my feet down. It's one of those things, man. I wouldn't really enjoy a bike like this because it's so tall. I'm not that short. I'm 5'9". On a good day, 32 inch inseam, and I am barely tippy-toeing. I can reach almost. So for off-road capabilities, that would be a good thing, but for everyday riding and commuting, which is another thing that this bike would be good for, I don't really think so. Now this thing, the handguards, they're crooked. I don't know how you adjust them, but somebody moved it, and my OCD is getting the best of me, so that's one of those things. Now being on the bike, it feels very substantial and very good. I don't know how much wind protection this little thing is going to offer, but we will get on the freeway for a while, so we'll figure it out. I love the dash. It's in rider mode A, so that means the... Alright, let's go. Oh man, the seat is good. Once you get it moving, it's so easy, man. I like it. I like it a lot, man. It's just easy to get along with. Just moves from side to side with no major issues. Very easy. And being on top, I don't know. It's good. It's good. Okay. Again, the same thing. Ooh. And now there's oil here down here, and that's an issue. Now the good thing is it doesn't feel that heavy. Only when it's on the kickstand that you put it up, it takes a while because it is heavy. I mean, this is weight, bam. But just like all Japanese bikes, easy to get into neutral. The gearing is soft so far, so let's see. I like the suspension, man. It's so soft and plushy. You feel like you're on a cloud. Oops. Missed the shifter peg. That's a big hole there. It is pretty snatchy, man. But not snatchy bad. More like gives you some pep. I'm trying to figure out on which side of the road this dude is riding. And he does not decide. He wants to be in the middle. Okay, even though we're going really, really slow, I'm enjoying myself on this bike. Because the only issue I've had so far with this thing is that it's so tall. But everything else, I mean, the brakes are so good, man. They have a lot of bite, but they're not dangerous. Come on, dude. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, man. And that's the problem with going on these demo rides, that you're going to have actual newbies riding, have no idea what they're doing. I like it. I like this bike. It has 107 horsepower, and it has all this torque. Look, boom, and you can feel the torque right away. Now the quick shifter is very good, but the bike being so peppy with that V-twin, when you're going this slow, you do have to feather the clutch a little bit. Otherwise, it just gives you a big jump and scares the hell out of you. And it's funny because it's one of those things about these big V-twins. They only make 107 horsepower, but it feels a lot faster than that because, well, they are tuned for that. They are tuned to give you that low end grunt so that you can go off-roading on it. And I'm pretty sure if you are into adventure style bikes and if you're like actually going off-road, this bike looks like it has all the things that you need. Those spoke wheels, that big front tire. But that engine so far is the best thing. If they make this the suspension is so good, you want to hit those bumps and just check it out. And you can get on top of the pegs like this and just, oops, whoopsie daisy. All right, let's cancel the indicators. Man, this bike is good for this type of riding, this type of road that is terrible. I think it's the best bike to have. The suspension is just so good. So these are all the elements that it has on the suspension side that make this bike so good.
The 2025 Suzuki V-Strom 1050DE takes the trusted sports adventure touring platform and adds rugged, off-road ready enhancements to conquer diverse terrain. At its core is the reliable 1037 cubic centimeter V-twin engine, now paired with a chassis designed for off-road exploration. With increased ground clearance, 21-inch front and 17-inch rear spoke-style wheels wrapped in Dunlop adventure tires, and long travel suspension, the 1050DE is equipped to explore gravel roads and dirt trails. Enhanced by the Suzuki Intelligent Ride System, SIRS, the 1050DE offers advanced features like traction control with a gravel mode for loose surfaces, the ability to deactivate rear ABS, and a 5-inch color TFT display to manage settings on the go. Rugged design elements, including an off-road unique front fender, aluminum engine protector, and accessory bar, emphasize its all-terrain focus. For riders who demand off-road capability alongside on-road comfort, the V-Strom 1050DE stands as the definitive choice.
So good. All right, we caught up with the original group. Man, this bike is just so tall. I hate that. But if they put this engine on a different bike, I would definitely consider buying something like that. Like a naked bike with this engine, man, I think it will give any monster a run for his money. And the chassis as well. All they need is to, I mean, because I'm not into adventure riding, but it does have the low RPM assist from Suzuki, which is a good thing, because having trouble figuring out the friction zone. But yeah, this is a good bike. Now, would I put it on the list? Well, no, because I'm not into adventure style riding, and this bike is just too tall for me. So I would never buy this bike. But it's not for me. But if you are into adventure style riding, or you want to commute on an adventure style bike every day, if you're doing roads like these that are terrible, this will be a good bike for you. Now, this one doesn't come with the saddlebags, but you can order them, and it has a whole bunch of accessories that you can get for touring and adventure style touring. But even though we hadn't had a chance to open this thing up, I just love the feel, the way the engine feels, and everything, the chassis on this bike. I would have to have a back-to-back with the Desert X and this thing, because I would think that being this heavy, this bike would not feel as good as the Desert X, but you don't feel the weight once it's moving. It actually feels just as nimble as that bike, and just as peppy too. So I would love to have a back-to-back comparison with these two. Now, obviously, the Ducati Desert X, it's a lot nicer to look at. But from here, right, you're not looking at the front of the bike. There's nothing that this bike would ask from that one. Now, these are the differences in price. Bam. So tell me, which one would you go for? I'm telling you, they're both great. Now, for street riding, they're both awesome, and I'm pretty sure they would be good. Both of them would be good off-road. Now, going this slow, the way this bike is geared, you have to put the clutch in a lot, because you're in between second and first on the power band here. So if I put it down to first, it's just going to be revving too much. But right now I'm in second, and I'm just going too slow for second, so it's like so I have to feather in the clutch. And it's one of those things about the automatic transmissions that they're coming up with. It's like, what do you do when you're in a situation like this? You can't feather the clutch on the new Yamahas, for example. You can on the new Hondas, but not on the new Yamahas. And I forgot which other company's coming up with automatic transmissions that you can't feather in the clutch. They don't even have clutch. Okay. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, I just love the way this thing drops. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. When you put in you use the quick shifter and you're going slowly, it just gives you a little bit of a scare right there. Alright, we're going on the freeway, so hopefully we can accelerate this thing a little bit. Yeah. Well, no, I'm not accelerating at all. Love the way you can move around on the seat like this. For sporty riding, yeah, no, the Ducati Desert X will kick this bike's butt. I mean, especially down low. Maybe you need to rev this one a little bit more, and I don't know if they're going to let us do that. But the Desert X felt a lot peppier than this thing. And now that you're going a little bit faster on these bumps, the knobby tires don't really like it. So, verdict, even though it's just a very small first impressions ride, is that the Desert X felt a little bit better than this bike. We didn't have a chance to actually open it up or have any fun on it, but I'm pretty sure you can have a lot of fun because this engine just feels very fun. And the chassis, the way this bike moves, I don't know if it's because it's a little bit tall and the weight sits also a little bit tall, that you can move it from side to side so easily. It just wants to drop. But it doesn't feel unstable, so don't get me wrong, it's not like a bad thing. I'm trying not to have to put my feet down because that's the only thing I don't enjoy about this bike. Everything else is good. Yeah, the way you maneuver this bike from side to side is very good. I like it. I like this bike. I'm not putting it on the list just because it's too tall and because, well, if I had to put it on the list, it would be like way at the bottom. But I wouldn't, I mean, it's like you don't have any other options. You have to buy an adventure style bike for this budget. I don't know. I like it a lot better than the BMWs or Triumphs I've ridden so far, but I've never gotten to riding the good ones, the Triumph Tiger 1200 or the BMW G1300. I've only ridden the middleweights and I hated those bikes. This one I like a lot. That is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you liked the video, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell button, and share it with all your friends. You don't like the videos? Well, share them with all your enemies. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Down the highway, dust in the air, feel the engine burn and no room for care. Wind in my face, grit in my teeth, Suzuki V-Strom be beneath. Concrete jungle, asphalt's the stage, throttle wide open, unleash the rage. Traffic like a maze, but I'm